Hello, it's Saturday the 6th of October, and in this video I'm just going to look at the latest Thunderball result and basically see if I can figure out why these numbers came out and see if I can predict what's going to come out in tonight's draw. The machine that was used was machine 6 and it was set of balls 2, and to be honest I thought that they were going to use sets of balls 5, 6, 7 or 8, because that seems to be the current trend. See, when they use the high 4 sets of balls, then they stick with them for quite a while, and when they use the low ones they stick with them for quite a while. But you notice sometimes when they're changing from high to low or low to high, they sometimes switch back and forth between the high sets and the low sets. So I still think they're going to be using sets 5 to 8, but I think that when they've switched back to a low set 2, that's just temporary, like it has been in the past when they've done the same thing before. So I wasn't expecting it to be set of balls 2, so at the moment it could be any of the 8 sets of balls that have been in use recently, and it was machine 6. They've been using machines 5 and 6. Now when we look at a chart for those two machines and those 8 sets of balls, then the chart looks like this, and it's very hard to see anything on that, so I'll just narrow it down to Thunderball numbers. So you can see Thunderball number 13 was on the edge of the chart, and now that it's come out it's dropped down to just there. But if we narrow it down to just machine 6, and when you look at it that way you can see that Thunderball number 13 was the most frequent, so that's a possible reason why number 13 came out. And when we go back to looking at the main numbers, I'll show you where the winning numbers were. That's where they were, and that's where they are now. That's where they are now that they've come out. So you can see how the chart has transformed to that from that. So not much difference. But anyway, let's have a look at numbers paired with Thunderball number 13. And see where the winning numbers were. So they were sort of scattered around in the more dense region. And if we look at all machines and all sets of balls with Thunderball number 13, then number 32 was most frequent on that chart with Thunderball number 13. which isn't surprising really, because number 32 is one of the most frequent numbers anyway. So if we look at numbers paired with 32, then you can see that number 36 was most overdue to occur with number 32, and that's what the chart now looks like. That's what it was like before. So number 5 is outstanding to occur with 32 next draw, if 32 comes out again, that is. Now if we look at set of balls 2, and see where the winning numbers were on that chart. That's where they were. If we include the Thunderball section, you can see that's where 13 was. And if we look at machine 6 as well, then the chart for machine 6 and set of balls 2 looks like that, and that's where the winning numbers were. So interestingly, three of those numbers plus the Thunderball came out in another draw, which was not too long ago, so that's quite unusual. Now if we look at machine 6, 13 most outstanding, Thunderball that is, and if we look at numbers paired with 13 on that chart, and we'll get that. So these numbers weren't very outstanding, and so far I've only seen ways in which 3 of them were outstanding. So now I'll just have a look at the chart for each individual number. So chart for number 4, you can see 32, one of the 2 most overdue for the frequency on that chart, so okay with number 4. And chart for 23, 13 most frequent Thunderball, and it looks like 24, 3rd most overdue. And if you look at a chart for 24, that's what that one looks like. And chart for 36, I've looked at the other charts, so chart for 36 looks like that. So when we're looking at all machines, all sets of balls, full draw history, these numbers don't look very outstanding. So if we narrow it down to the 2 machines that are in use at the moment, and just go through these numbers again, you can see not many outstanding numbers this time. So it just goes to show that it's not necessarily going to be the most outstanding numbers all the time. So for the next draw, I'm just going to stick with the same numbers that I put on last time, because none of them came out and they're all still looking very good for the 2 machines and 4 sets of balls that are in use at the moment. So if you're wondering what my numbers were last time, just watch my previous Thunderball video and you'll see from that. So if you want to see what the chart looks like now for machines 5 and 6 and sets of balls 5, 6, 7 and 8, that's what it now looks like. Before the last draw it looked like that, and now it looks exactly the same, because the set of balls that was used was set 2, and that's not included on this chart. So nothing's changed. Hopefully I'll win something next time, and that concludes this video.